So welcome back to Red's Workshop. Last video I'd machined this timber up, used one part of it, cut 4x2.5 if you've seen that, and I've got this left. And I was going to make another basically coffee sign as I'd made previously, but I decided to make something a little bit different. It's very DIY-ish. Anyone, in my opinion, anyone could do it. You've got hammer nails. You could do it as it is. I'm going to actually clean this up and get it all ready. And I think it'll be a good video for you guys to watch. So I'm going to crack on, get this all ready, and I'll see you back here when I've got all the bits and I can give you sizes, etc. And then you can tell me what you think. Right, we've got all our bits. Now you'll have to forgive me, I've been messing around in the background so I won't mislead you. This is a size I've just got in my head. It suits the timber I've got. You can make this to whatever you want, and hopefully you'll work out what it is I'm making. So let's go through what we've got. So you will need, if you want to copy this piece, and again it's subjective is what you feel, this is 392mm or 15.5 inches in length, so you'll need one of those, 3.5 inches or 90mm. You'll need two at 305mm or 12 inches long, so you need two of them. You'll need one at 1.75 or 45mm, and now the thickness, I use what I had, so you could change that around if you want, and it's the same with all these pieces, and that is 11.25 or 285mm. You've also got one at, again, 285 millimeters or 11.25 by, and again it is, oh yeah, the same as them, 25mm. Sorry, I had a bit of a senior moment there. And 3.5 inches by 90mm, yes, again. And then finally you'll need two pieces, one at 9 3/8. You could probably do it 9.5, it's entirely up to you, and that is 1.75 as well, or 45mm. So there's another piece, the same as 1.75, 45mm by 8 3/16, or 207mm. Now, what am I going to make? Now, if any of you follow our channel, you know I do a lot of Etsy comparisons, and this isn't an Etsy comparison, believe it or not. Just something I found on the internet. And to start with, I've got to do some trimming down. Now, when I knock this together, you'll soon work out what it is. Or you might not. It is a piece of wall art, so that's the only thing I'm going to give away at this moment in time. So, your big piece, small piece. Now, what I have done, because it's going to be spaced, is I'm going to use some 9mm packers. Drop them in, do that, but I'm bringing them to the bottom. So I'm going to move that like so and bring it to the bottom. Now with that in place like that, I'm going to clamp it. If you haven't got a clamp, you could tape it, you can do anything. Like I say, you don't need all the tools that I'm going to be using to be able to make this one. Okay, that just clamps that in place, alright? Then you get your two, I can't remember what they are, the two pieces of 1.75, 8 inch or so, and they need fastening together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the nail gun just to get that fastened up. Now again, you could pin this, you could screw it if you wish. I'm going to use this nail gun. I don't know what's in it. Them pins are far too large for this. So I'm going to change these pins out, and I'll see you back when I'm there. Got myself organised. So I've just nailed that off the camera. I used 1 3/8 brad nails. Just cleaning it up. Just what I want to point out. These two pieces of timber are two different thicknesses. It doesn't matter for this. If you're that way, you cut them the same way. I'm just using what I've got. Now, I've nailed it, or pinned it, because you can hardly see the pins. So I'll probably do that with the rest of this this project. So what do I do with this? So I'm bringing this back down and I'm picking a place for that to go. And the reason I'm doing that is because if you look at the back, this overhangs, and I want to clip those two off. Bring you here. And, so I want to clip that off, and I also want to clip that off. Okay, now I'm going to get them cut, and then I'll bring you back when we're ready. Now the other thing is, this has only been sanded up to 80 grit, and I've got to resand this now because I have to finish especially these first before I can get moving on this project. Okay, I'll see you when we get back from the saw and start getting this put together. Right, that done. I've got to do some treatment, and this is another one of them projects I've got to treat before I do it, so I'll crack on with that. The next time you see this, we'll be putting it together, and hopefully it'll make complete sense. Okay, right, after some messing about and numerous phone calls, I'm now ready to put this together. So what I've done is I've just waxed these, and believe me, when you see the image you'll understand, but what I would suggest is, because I've used tannalized timber that have got the green tinge to them, this will go in probably in the bin or stuck up. Just as this is purely an idea video, but if you use the tannalized stuff, it goes a bit green. So let's just put it together, and I can show you what the thoughts were. Treat it as a prototype. Yeah, that's the word. Treat it as a prototype. Okay. So you've got your spacers there, like so. I need a square. Now, what I also would do is screw this, but for now, and like I say, it's just for the video purposes, I'm going to place it on. So that has been pinned up as well. Let's take that off, and that can go on here. So get that in place there. Can you see that? I think you can make it. And let's get that. I knew that. Let's get this attached. So with that fastened, I'm going to finish this off. Next time you see this will be done, and you can tell me what you think then. Okay, so it's time for reveal. Bit of a fun project. Let us know what you think. There you go. What I've done is I've put some hooks on the bottom, just 3. You could put 4 if you wished, but looks like a little house. And I'll show you the image I was copying. That'll come up now. And yeah, you could laser engrave on that, do whatever you put a pot on, like that. You know, you can do anything with it, but it does for keys. Great little wall art piece, and I did screw the bottom shelf in at the end. They've been screwed, so the pins did. Not a big fan of this, using reclaimed timbers, but that's what we had and that's what we've done. So, yeah, I think it's turned out all right. Nice little project for anybody. First thing in the morning, you know, on a weekend, I should say, you know, and you've got some wood lying around, and you can earn some money, because I imagine these sell, especially if you have the time to paint these different colours and such like. So, if you stuck it to the end, thank you. If you think we deserve it, please leave us a like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to press the notification button, and I shall see you on the next one.